Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel where I talk about random shit. Today, I'm going to be talking about my fucking batshit insane neighbors. I've recorded this video 3 times now. Three times. But 2 of the times, I realized that I sounded stupid the whole time. And then the very last time I recorded the perfect take and then my phone deleted it. I don't know what happened. Here's my makeup look that I did. Doesn't look great, but that's okay. I'm not mad about it. Christmas is in full swing around here. It is, November 17th. We have our Christmas tree up, and a bunch of Christmas decorations. So yeah, that's why I'm doing Christmassy looks. You can probably hear the fish tank in the background. I'm recording in my living room instead of my dressing room because I didn't really feel like sitting in there anymore. So yeah. Anyway, so today I'm going to be talking about my insane neighbors, and I have 2 different stories to tell. One of them I have to be kind of scarce with details because it is actively currently an open criminal case. So I have to be a little bit, a little bit light with details on that. But I can give most of the details, I think. So the first story, we're gonna say his name is Mark. Okay, my neighbor Mark. He was my downstairs neighbor. So one day, me and my boyfriend get back from buying Halloween decorations, and I run up the stairs to go show my downstairs neighbors, the ones that I like, the Halloween decorations that we got because we were planning on putting up decorations together. And she goes inside and she goes to just tell Mark, she's like, hey, just so you know, we're sharing the Halloween decorations, so don't touch them because they're ours, as in like they're mine and theirs. Like we're not gonna know whose is whose because we just got like bulk Halloween decorations. And he comes slamming outside. Just to give you a little bit of an idea of what this guy was like and what we have had to deal with since we moved in. He's not very great towards women. And there's also just the rest of the story. So he's not a great guy. Anyway, he comes slamming outside and grabs something out of her hand, or tries to, and says, "What's ours? What's ours?" And he starts screaming in her face. He's being completely belligerent. It's very, very apparent that he is under the influence of something. And he is really just yelling at her. And me and my boyfriend are kind of backing up. We're like, we don't want to be involved in this. He has done this a few times in front of us, but we didn't want to be involved. Anyway, so his head, like, full 360 swivels, and he looks over at me, not anybody else, me, and I'm doing nothing. I'm just standing there holding a bag of Halloween decorations, and he starts screaming at me. He's like, what about you? And I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm just standing here, dude. And I'm like, what? And I genuinely have I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Mark, what are you talking about? And he's like screaming, being completely incoherent. None of it is making any sense. Like I said, very obvious he's under the influence of something. Most likely alcohol, from what we were told later on. And he gets in my boyfriend's face, completely unprompted, gets in his face and starts screaming at him, threatening him. And this is all on video, by the way. Every single thing is on video. And he's getting in my boyfriend's face, and he's like saying, I'm gonna put you down, boy, blah, blah, blah. And once this entire case is over, I would be more than happy to post a full story time, including the video footage of everything that happened, because I'm real sick and tired of him and his fucking gang running around pretending that he's innocent when he's not. Anyway, so he starts threatening my boyfriend, and my boyfriend is, he's not afraid to stand up for himself. So he's like, go ahead, do it. You'll go to jail. Go ahead. And he's not, threatening him. He's not getting in his face. He is not moving. He's sitting in the same spot that he had been standing in the whole time. And this is all on video. All of this. He doesn't touch him. He doesn't step towards him. He doesn't do anything. And this guy is just getting closer to him and closer and saying he's going to do things to him. He's going to hurt him, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, he takes 3 punches at my boyfriend and slams his head into the concrete wall. Thank God he's okay. He didn't even get a concussion. He just had a few scrapes and he was super sore for the next few days, but he didn't have any serious injury. And anyway, he gets him down to the ground and he takes his arm and wraps it around his neck and puts him in a chokehold. And he is actually legitimately choking my fiance at this point. And I didn't know what to do. I was on the phone with the police. I was like freaking out. I was like, they need to hurry. They need to hurry and get here, like now. And she was like, I know, they're coming. First of all, they were not. They took way too long to get there, considering we live up the street from the police station, like a 5-minute walk. A 5-minute walk. Okay? There is no reason that they took as long as they did. And when they showed up, they didn't have their sirens on. They barely had their lights on. I guarantee you that they didn't have their sirens on at all. This was a serious situation that I was conveying this over the phone to the 911 dispatcher, that this was a serious situation and that they needed to be there. And because they had to deal with this guy so often, they did not take the situation seriously at all. But that is a whole nother thing to get into later, because again, I don't want to fuck up the case at all. So I won't get into it too much, but trust, I will at some point get into it. Anyway, so they show up, but before they show up, I forgot to add this part. I'm very proud of myself for this. I was wearing my giant, hold on, let me grab them and show you. Very unluckily for him, but very luckily for my boyfriend, I had just gotten these. And I was wearing these. These are big. These are chunky. They're big, they're heavy, they're chunky. He was on top of my boyfriend with his legs spread like an idiot. Okay? And what did I do? I ran up and I kicked him between the legs as hard as I could. As hard as I possibly could. This man got up. He had to have been on something, 100%, because the way he just immediately stood up and started chasing after me was insane. So luckily, this is when the police showed up. He gets arrested. When I tell you, he got let out that night. They let him out that night, despite being shown all the evidence they were shown and everything going on. He was let out that night. And we had to get protective orders to have him removed from the premises and all this other stuff, and it was completely ridiculous. He's in jail now for a completely separate incident that involves my downstairs neighbor. And yeah, so, but this idiot decided that despite every single thing being on video, he was gonna press charges against my boyfriend. Is the case that you have in the room with us right now. Because what are you going on about? And, yeah. He had the audacity to text my fiance's dad and be like, hey, can I get the videos of everything from you, dude? What? Anyway, that's actually crazy. So the next story, is not involving Mark anymore. It's involving a different neighbor that I'm going to call Sally. Sally lives across the street from me. She does not live in the same building as me. She lives across the street. A little thing about Sally is she's 38 or 39, but she genuinely, and I mean this so literally, looks like she's in her early 60s. Maybe even late 60s. Life has not treated her well. She has not aged well at all. She is aged like milk, unfortunately for her. But she decided that she suddenly has a problem with me and my boyfriend. We have never spoken to this woman. Let me tell you that. Me and my boyfriend are very quiet people. We don't talk to people really. We don't interact with people. We're definitely not malicious towards people. We don't cause any problems with anybody. Literally at all. We're very quiet, very like reserved people. And all we did was move into a cheap apartment. Like we had heard through somebody that this apartment was available. Bitch, it's 2 bedrooms and it's $950 a month. Of course we're gonna take it. Who wouldn't take that? Now we know why it's $950 a month. Now we know. Actually insane. Anyway, my neighbor Sally decides she has a problem with me. And she has a problem with my boyfriend. She already had a previous problem with Mark and my other downstairs neighbor. But she decided that solely because we all live in the same house, we surely must be in cahoots and be best friend fucking, I don't know. Like, she just is grouping us all in together, and her problem with them has become a problem with us. Because we live in the same building. Okay. Anyway. There's a fly. Anyway. This woman is actually insane. When I tell you, she's not just like harassing us. She's not being petty. She is fully threatening us and our lives on a regular basis. Every time I go outside and she happens to be outside, best bet I'm going to be getting screamed at by her. Every single time. I'm going to be getting called a fat bitch. I'm going to be getting told that I'm going to get effed up. All this other stuff. Because I stepped outside my house onto my balcony that I pay $950 a month for. Like, who are you to tell me that you're not about to bully me into not being on my own porch? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I don't care who you are. I don't care how long you've been here. I don't care how old you are. Who are you? Excuse me. Anyway. So we try and tell the police about this because this is genuinely going on for months at this point. And it's on video. Hold on. I will post a video right now. This is one situation that I was in with her. She wasn't saying anything in the video because as soon as she saw that I was recording, she stopped. But she was recording me. She was very blatantly recording me. And this is the video. Yeah, so she was recording me while I was putting up Halloween decorations or something like that. And yeah, she was very blatantly doing so. And she was doing it for a while before I started recording. Anyway, so we go to the police because this harassment is going on far too long. It is getting to the point where I have multiple videos of her threatening me. My neighbor has videos of her threatening us. It's a whole thing. You would think that the police would be like, this is clear harassment. We go to the police. What do you think they said? What do you think they said? Take a guess. Okay. Threats are not illegal. Girl. Harassment is though. Harassment is illegal. I know because my family literally pressed charges against somebody for harassment. I know that's a thing. I know 100% for a fact. And he looks us dead in our faces and says that it's not illegal. Not illegal. Okay. So, yeah. We have an insane neighbor who beat up my boyfriend and another insane neighbor who won't leave us alone every time we go outside. And that's our experience of living in our first apartment together. Oh my god, so great, so crazy. Thanks for watching. Once I'm able to talk about it, I will make a full story time, including videos of the situation with Mark. But for now, I have to be scarce. I will also give real names and all that, because why not? It's already in the news. Don't look it up, though, because you won't be able to find anything, because they didn't make a news article about what happened to my boyfriend at all. It was about a whole separate situation. Anyway. Once I'm allowed to, I'll make a story time. But for now, I have to be scarce with details. And thank you for watching. I hope you were very entertained by the tea. And I'll see you next time I make a video. So yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will be making more videos about random things because I'm not great at making videos right now. But I promise I'll get better. I promise I'll get better, and I will make videos worth watching. So yeah. Bye.